Hi everybody, this is SMOKETOWN. I'm coming at you with another comic book haul. Today I want to start with actually the most important pickup that I've had recently. I know normally we usually wait to the end, but this is just so special that I can't wait to let everyone see it. So, I was at the store today, not an LCS, and I saw this and I knew that I had to have it really to be a part of this community. So, without further ado, I picked up my own blue painter's tape. Like many of us, I've started out using regular Scotch tape, but I've seen the heavy hitters such as Alex Comic Book Quarter show off this this beautiful blue painter's tape. As you can see, different sides, pretty thick. So yeah, I've joined the club. Hopefully one day I'll join the at least 100 subs club, but right now I'm going to settle for the blue tape club. Anyway, so I have a lot of issues to go through. First thing we will quickly go over is I picked up all 7 of the Final Crisis issues. I had a couple of these, and I just found a good deal on them, so I picked them up. So I got number 1, which is the death of the Martian Manhunter, quote unquote. Number 2, number 3, number 4, which is the apparent death of Mr. Miracle. Number 5, which is the apparent death of some of the New Gods. Number 6, which is the apparent death of Batman. And number 7, which is the first appearance of Metal Men from Earth 44, the death of Darkseid, Mandarak, the Dark Monitor, and Ultraman. I've also picked up recently a lot of Spawn newsstand editions. For those of you who don't know, they've printed a lot of issues of Spawn. Like the print runs for the first ones, I mean, they're in the hundreds of thousands, if not in like the millions for the first particular issue. So they're not rare. However, the newsstand copies are actually kind of rare. Some people say they're 1 in 100. I don't know if that's actually true or if it's been verified, but there you go. So I picked up Spawn number 6 newsstand. It's the first appearance of Overkill. I also got 11, 15, 24, 27, 28, 29, 35, 36, 44 with a slight rip in it, 46, 53, 56, 57, 58, 76, and finally 92. So as you can see, I have picked up a large number of copies. The next book I want to show you is within the theme of recalled issues that I've been doing recently. I picked this one up recently. This is the Marvel Knights Elektra. It's Volume 2, Number 3. It was recalled by Marvel, and the estimated quantity in existence are around 5,000. So in this particular issue, there's a couple of panels, which are pretty tame if you ask me, where Elektra is nude. I mean, you don't see anything. But this was recalled, and they drew in underwear, and this is the issue that doesn't have the underwear. Again, you can't see anything, so it's not really all of that impressive. But there you go, it's there. All right, so I got this yesterday at a small Comic-Con that I was at. It's Yogi Bear and Jellystone Jollies. Love the cover. So just a little bit of history for myself. In 1980s, there was a cartoon Christmas special. Well, they had Christmas specials for all the cartoons back then, whether it be Garfield or obviously Peanuts that they still show today, and Yogi Bear was one of them, and that was one of my absolute favorites. Yogi was woken up from his hibernation for Christmas, and he ends up saving. Well, you know what? I'll let you watch it. Let's just say he works to help some people out and make Christmas at Jellystone Park pretty special. So when I saw this, had to buy it. You know, good stuff. I also picked up Raccoon #1, the Scotty Young cover. These are just things that I found in like dollar bins. I did pick up the Avengers No Surrender Mark Brooks variant cover. I picked up a Deadpool #2 cover. As I wrote on the label, I just thought that was a cool cover. Like I said before in some of my hauls, I have a 6-year-old son, and he's kind of into magic, so I thought that this was pretty interesting. I picked up #11. It's a parody cover of Amazing Fantasy 15. Has a low print run. I picked up Static #4. So if you go back a couple of my hauls, I have Static #1. And I mentioned that further in they have some really cool covers, and I particularly mentioned one where Static is wearing a hat from the University of Miami, and how I thought it was pretty cool. So I saw this in a dollar bin, and I actually didn't own it, even though I liked the cover, and so I picked it up. I picked up the first printing of Venom #1. I also picked up the Scorpion Comics exclusive variant, the Mark Bagley cover. Again, Venom #1. It's the first appearance of Lee Price. The color one has a estimated quantity of about 3,000. The black and white has an estimated print run of 1,500. I also picked up Age of Ultron Book 2, the Jung Yoon, and I may very well be mispronouncing that, the 1 in 50 variant. This is just a beautiful cover, if you ask me. Thought this was pretty cool. I picked up Suicide Squad #9, the Jim Lee variant Joker cover. I don't really think this is the best Joker cover, nor do I think it's the best Jim Lee cover, but just the combination of the two is you know, it's a crowd pleaser, and so yeah, it was cheap, picked it up. I picked up Fairest #3, the Adam Hughes cover. As I've been showing in my recent haul videos, I've slowly but surely picking up the Moon Knight Stephen Platt run 55 through 60. This is number 59. And so I also have been showing throughout the last couple of videos that I've been picking up Popeye variant covers. They're 1 in 10 when I can find them, and I've been stating that they're cheap, but hard to find. So yeah, that's not really true anymore. I don't know if people are actually getting the prices that they're asking for, but they're now asking upwards of like anywhere between $30 and like $600 for the variant covers, depending on which particular one it is. So yeah, definitely if you see them cheap, pick them up. They're cool covers. But good luck finding them, and good luck finding them at a price that is anywhere close to being reasonable. Okay, moving on to the next set of things. So this is where I start. I'm going to go over some of the key and key-ish, key light issues that I've picked up recently. So this is the Image Plus Preview magazine. It is not the first appearance of Oblivion Song, the new Robert Kirkman book. It hasn't come out yet. The first appearance is it's like a trade paperback that was an advance release to anyone who had a Diamond account. They received one copy per account. They're fairly rare, although they're asking upwards of $100 for these on on eBay, not for the Image Plus, but the trade paperback. I don't own it. Don't think that I probably will own it. The problem with Kirkman is that for every Walking Dead or Invincible, there's the dinosaur book that he did and a couple of the other things that just don't they don't really plug into the cultural zeitgeist. And if you can find the advance paperback from someone who has a dominant account and they're willing to sell to you for I don't know, $20, I would say pick it up. But otherwise, I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, this is $1.99, so I picked it up. I also picked up a number of other non-DC or Marvel kind of key issues. So I picked up 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank. Number 1 is the premiere issue out of a dollar bin. I picked up the second printing of Killer Be Killed number 1, the first appearance of Dylan Cross, also from a dollar bin. Picked up the premiere issue of Sandman Twitch number 1 from a dollar bin. I didn't actually own that. Picked up Wildcats number 1, not from a dollar bin. This is the newsstand edition. Again, potentially 1 in 100. I picked up the Image number 1 of The Crow, the Todd McFarlane cover. This is a pretty cool book. I picked up SMOKETOWN number 1 from Scout Comics. This has been optioned for a TV show or movie. Don't honestly know, but there you go. Picked up Dark Horse Presents number 10. This is the first appearance of The Mask of Jim Carrey fame. I picked up Star Slayer number 1, the Pacific comic one. I picked this up for the full page ad of the Rocketeer that's in it. I think the first real full appearances are in 2 and 3. I picked up Archie number 314. This is one of the innuendo covers. It's just about one of the worst ones, but I guess it says happy ending and people enjoy that. Whatever. Got it cheap. Figured why not. Also picked up Josie and the Pussycats number 45. So this is the issue where the title changes to Josie and the Pussycats. And it is the first appearance of the Pussycat Band and the first appearance of Valerie Smith. I picked up Captain Atom number 85. So this is the first appearance of Punch and Julie, who are potentially in Doomsday Clock, or at least characters based off of them, Mine and Marionette. So pretty cool. Picked up Blue Beetle number 1. This is the premiere issue and the first appearance of The Question. I picked up Grindel number 1. That's the second appearance and origin of Grindel. Here's a big one that I picked up. Really happy to get. So, as I've said in previous hauls, where I grew up, it was very difficult to buy comic books. It was a small town. You had to go 30 minutes just to kind of get to a comic book shop. There just wasn't a whole lot there. At the time, Valiant was my absolute favorite comic books, and my favorite Valiant comic was Magnus the Robot Fighter. And so, although this copy is very beat, I was able to pick it up for a good price. So this is Magnus Robot Fighter 4000 AD, the Gold Key, and this is issue number 1. It is the first appearance of Magnus, Leisha, and 1A. All right, moving on to DC titles. So I picked up America's Best Comics, the exclusive sneak preview. This is the first appearance of Promethea. I believe she shows up in Justice League 23 that is either just come out or is about to come out. So there's been some heat on her. Also picked up Promethea #1. This is the variant cover. It says first appearance of Promethea on the label, but that was actually the book I just showed you. Flex Mentallo, it's just a hard to find book, a Vertigo title. Beauty Comics had this one. He showed it to us. I said, "Oh wow, like that cover. It's it's not something you see every day." So I went ahead and found it. Got Crisis on Infinite Earths, the first appearance of Lex Luthor Jr., Pariah, the first appearance of Blue Beetle in the DC continuity. Picked up Brave and the Bold 33. This is the prequel to The Killing Joke. Picked up Suicide Squad. It's a number 26, the metal tie-in. Again, found it for cover. Picked it out. There are a couple more on the on the shelf that I left. Picked up Lobo number 63. This is the next to the last issue. It is hard to find. I picked up 64 a week or so ago. Showed it in my last haul. Found number 63. I was happy to pick it up for cheap. Picked up Detective Comics 583. This is the first appearance of Scarface and the Ventriloquist. So here's a book I was super happy to find. And we'll see. So this is Sandman 75. You may recognize it as the final issue of Sandman, which I have shown the first printing before in one of my hauls, but I did not own the second printing. I now own the second printing. Let's see if I can get it to show. It probably kind of shows there. Yeah, found this for a good price and picked it up. So in my Batman Villain Extravaganza, people noticed that I did not have the Silver Age first appearance of Penguin or the Riddler, and they mentioned it, and I said, "Well, yeah, I don't own those." So, yeah, now I do. This is Batman 155. It is a really beat copy of it, but I got a really good deal. First appearance of the Penguin, Silver Age. This is Batman 171, the first appearance of the Riddler in the Silver Age, and I mean, this isn't a good copy of it, but like I really like this copy, especially if I really like this cover, especially if you get one where the pink really pops. It's really good, good stuff. Also picked up Flash number 128, and this is the first appearance of Abracadabra. And I picked up Flash 117, the first appearance of Captain Boomerang. So I like Captain Boomerang. It was just terrible what happened to him in the Suicide Squad movie. Terrible. Alright, moving on to Marvel titles. So I had a lot of stuff today to show everyone. I got Amazing Spider-Man number 16. Well, not number 16, annual number 16. It is the first appearance for the new Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau. I got Stan Lee Meets the Spider-Man number 1. That's a hard to find issue. Got the Free Comic Book Day Infinity issue is the first appearance of Corvus Glaive. I got Infinity number 1, the first appearance of the Supergiant. Got Captain Planet number 1, premiere issue. Captain Planet number 12, the final issue, and a hard to find one. Picked up Ultron Revolution number 11, the first appearance of Kamala Khan in the animated universe. Picked up Marvel Age number 6. It's an early preview of Beta Ray Bill, one of my favorite characters. And when I picked it up, the seller threw in Marvel Age number 25, which is the third appearance of the Rocket Raccoon. Picked up another copy of Marvel Comics Presents Number 72, the first appearance of Weapon X. Picked up Silver Surfer number 56 and number 57. These are Infinity Gauntlet tie-in issues. Picked up XForce magazine number 1, which reprints 98, 99, and 100 and is kind of rare. Picked up XForce 15, Deadpool vs. Cable. Picked up Deadpool number 65, the first appearance of the Black Swan. Picked up Ren and Stimpy 41, 42, or no, excuse me, 40. That was out of order. 43 and 44. Not 42. These are the last couple issues of Ren and Stimpy, and they're hard to find. I picked up Night Nurse number 2, it's a low print run. Don't have Night Nurse number 1. Hope to pick that up sooner rather than later. Picked up X-Men number 13, a really beat copy of it. The second appearance of Juggernaut. Picked up Venom Lethal Protector, the gold holographic variant cover. This is a retailer incentive. The movie is going to be based off of Lethal Protector, so it says nowhere to go but up. Also, in my X-Men extravaganza, I mentioned that I had X-Men 222 and 248, and I couldn't find them. Well, I found them. So those two aren't pickups, but I figured I'd just show that I do own them. Marvel Zombies number 1, the Amazing Fantasy number 15 homage. Savage Tales, first appearance of Man-Thing, and the second Conan comic title. And last, and neither least nor most, I picked up X-Force number 11, the first appearance of the real Domino. This is CGC 9.6. Whew! So yeah, that was over 20 minutes. It's a lot of books. In the last couple of days, I've gotten a lot of stuff from LCSs, a lot of stuff from eBay, a lot of stuff from just about anywhere and everywhere you could possibly think of. But hey, when you're collecting, you can't stop. The minute you stop, like a shark, when it stops swimming, you sink. So anyway, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and thanks for spending a little bit of your day with me. Hope you have a good one and have a nice afternoon.